Hello and welcome to the next installment of Let's Play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11 with me, Metal Hunter. So we successfully concluded our first duel by the skin of my teeth, skin of our teeth. So actually I need to check out that general that we just got. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Guo Ma. So he's not very good. Really, I really would have preferred Ju Huan, but it happens. It happens. So the thing that I'm disappointed with most is that this guy doesn't even have a skill. Period. So anyway, we'll take what we can get. He's a free officer. So okay. So what I need to do, or what we need to do now, is just quickly eliminate Liu Yong from his ship unit, build up a few more troops, and then head out across the river. So as well, as more and more officers pop up, or if I have a look around and see certain officers, I might mention certain things about them. The huge selling point for me in this game, in this series, is the history and the novel itself, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So there might be some spoilers in there. In the off chance that you're actually reading the book right now, then that's just, I'll put that spoiler tag there. But they're just going to be like anecdotes on the guys, because I think that's a huge draw for this. Like, a lot of the guys are really cool, and they had really cool things happen to them and interactions and stuff. And so just throwing that out there. Okay, so again, we're going to try and clash here. And Liu Yong's getting really close, so I might actually use Chung Pu just to attack him in a regular fashion, just so that we can actually kill him before he gets close to that port. Alright, one more turn ought to do it, and then we can head back. So, let's see. So we need to Lord Liu Ye. I think we're still gold sufficient for now, and then we'll get income next turn, I believe. Yeah, and our revenue is 1288, so we should be okay. And at this point, too, I think even if we have to let the officers go, the prisoners, then I'm not going to be too worried. A lot of these guys aren't super great. And a lot of them might actually just try and work for us anyhow, so. Alright, so let's, recruit some more guys. Let's get some outfitting done too. I'm gonna want some spears. I guess I will drill the troops here a little bit, because we do have a unit marching on us, so. He's gonna take a while anyway. One thing I do like about the AI just throwing units at you willy-nilly, he's carrying 12,000 food on this unit. So by the time he makes it to us, if he's still got food left, when you destroy the unit, you get a portion of their food, and you get to keep that for yourself. So I'm definitely going to be attacking him eagerly and stealing his food supplies as best I can. So, alright, so out of action points. And I believe I was within 5 action points, maybe 10 action points of my previous play from when I had to reload. I think I had to reward one less officer at some point, and then I got something happened with the income, and I had to actually sell food up here to make a little bit more gold just to develop this square like I had previously. So it's close though, close to where it was. Alright, so this ought to be hopefully the end of him. And then when Chung Pu gets back, I'll be able to promote him. Let's just attack him with a ranged attack here. And even if this guy gets through next turn, he's not going to do enough damage to this port to kill it. I can actually upgrade Chung Pu to the next rank of officer, and he'll be able to carry 6,000 troops, I believe. So, okay, I think one more drill here. Yeah. Oh, you don't even need all those guys. Actually, they're not going to do anything else, so they might as well get the deeds for drilling, even though it's overkill. What's going on here? I guess Bao Xin has kind of just turned around since he's under attack from He Jin. So we don't even have to worry about that. Well, not that I was worried. I guess I'm kind of bummed about not getting that food anymore. Alright. So, still got a few more action points. Let's check here. So we're still going to be gold sufficient. And then next turn we'll get some income and we can keep developing these squares. Got a decent amount of gold here, so we can outfit one more time. Let's go with some more spears. Okay. Yeah, okay, so here's what I was talking about. Guys will escape on their own, especially if the city's order is low, which isn't the case here, but eventually guys will break out. So, Jian Ye. Okay, someone named Shui Kong and Shu Chun wishes to serve you. Perfect. Alright, so he's got an okay politics score. He's not a terribly great officer, but again, free. So, happy about that. Okay, so he did 100-something damage to that. Okay. So let's just clash here and mop him up. Maybe capture him. Probably not, but... Oh. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of damage going through the fire, but that's okay. Oh, we're not even going to make it that turn, so... Let's get some more bows. We've got two really cool bow generals that are probably going to get crits a lot because there's not really a huge deep talent pool of officers for these rulers down here. So we've got Sun Shang and Jiang Qin, both of which have crit portraits, I'm happy to say. So when they do crit often, we'll get to see that. Okay, so let's throw another one of those down, and we're still gold sufficient. Food is not too bad. What's our food like down here? Not great, but we're getting there. Okay. This is going to be even easier. Easier and easier. Okay. So let's go in here and we'll have them drill for a couple turns and head back out onto the water. What I should do in the meantime is see what I can do to award here. I guess that I can hang on to this for now. I'm not going to be doing any duels right away. Alright, let's see what's going on up here. Okay, so they're definitely not going to be sending anyone down this way. Let's outfit. Guess we could use a little bit of pikes. We've got a couple guys who are really good with them, so... let's take a little bit of time to drill. Alright, so before I forget, we're going to go and make ranks here. So we can move Chung Pu up, and Lu Su also got a promotion. So Ji Ling, we're going to slot him in there, and then let's see who I want as a political officer. This can get a little tricky sometimes. I mentioned before, you get an officer and you put him in a position that's like an administrative position, and he'll trump some of the military officers because he has more deeds, but he doesn't have a good war skill, so he ends up in charge of a unit and its stats suffer. So I'm going to take someone who I normally won't put in charge of a unit, like Zhuge Jin. Let's put him down there. He wouldn't be in a unit normally, so we'll do that. And then as we get more deeds for our guys, we'll be able to fill this out a bit more. It's when you start conquering territories left, right, and center, once you build up a really good solid force, you can kind of just daisy chain your attacks, that you'll start unlocking these fairly quickly, and your guys won't keep up in deeds, and you'll have holes all along these upper echelons of your ranks. Okay, so no one needs to be rewarded. Recruit. Unfortunately, we won't get the fame bonus. Alright. Actually, I'm just going to stop worrying about this. I'm just going to sell some food here. Not much, but... and then we'll not do anything because we're out of points. So this was the weird thing. I guess maybe Wang Long took like a little bit longer, and it only happens every season that they award the titles. Before, you've already seen this, but for some reason the event didn't trigger where he got his title when I had to play through again, so I don't think it's going to change a whole lot for the way that the game plays out, though. Alright, let's see. So we've got an officer who got wounded up here. Jia Chong. Not sure what unit he's in. Oh, okay, so what probably happened here... or maybe the unit was actually destroyed. Yeah, I believe his unit was probably destroyed. There's an officer here with the vehemence skill, or vehemence. I'm not sure how you specifically say that. This skill, if you move an enemy unit with a tactic, it's got like a 50% chance to wound the officer in that unit. So you can actually be pretty punishing with it. And the system the game uses is like first a guy becomes weakened, and then he becomes like struggling. There's three different progressively worse conditions you can give a guy. So, you know, you wound him once and you put him to the first stage, you wound him again and he moves, and the closer he gets and the worse the condition, he gets closer to death. And you won't see it in this because it's Rise of Heroes and all the death dates have been disabled, but in other scenarios, as guys get older, you'll see that they do get weakened, like from illness or whatever, and sometimes they just die naturally. Okay, so now we can actually use our fame. Alright, let's keep outfitting here. I won't be using horses down there. Drill. Alright, actually I should make a point to move the order up in the city this next turn. As well, actually I should have been drilling down there as well because we've got a unit approaching. Alright. Okay, let's quickly march out a unit. Let's send... Who do we send? Send Ling Tao. I want to send out an admiral. So send out Sun Yi. And I guess we'll send out maybe Jian Ye. Send him out for 12-ish days. With swords, yeah, that's fine. We'll just meet him on the water as well. And we'll drill in the meantime. Alright, and got enough to make one more market, and then after that we can plunk a mint down there, and then I do want to just put 3 more markets up here, but who knows, maybe I'll put something else in there, but I don't think it's necessary right now. Okay. Yeah, this guy's ships of sea, so it's not going to be a big deal. I just realized I made an error, though. I didn't send this guy out in boats. In ships. I sent him out in boats, so this might not work as well as I want it to. Alright, so let's send everyone but Sun Hao, because Sun Hao is terrible. Alright, let's incinerate him. And then we'll have to clash with him in a little bit, keep him off that port, but the more guys they keep sending, the better. Hopefully Wang Long doesn't have a whole lot of time to build his troops up here. A little bit, but we're still going to roll through there like no one's business. Okay. And I don't even know if we... Oh, it won't even tell me if we need to reward anyone because I just ran out of action points. Alright, so Jian Ye is escaping. Alright, so Plague and Shangyang, Wu Wei, and Yong'an. There's 2 types of bad events, the Plague and then Locusts. The Plague will kill off soldiers in the city and it has a chance to weaken and hurt your officers that are stationed there. As well, the order of the city continually goes down while the plague is in effect. Locusts specifically attack your food supply in that city, and the order also goes down. There's a way you can kind of offset that penalty, though. Oh, okay, and here we go. We've got Bountiful Harvest in Xiaopei, and oh, sweet, for us in Liujiang. So we're going to be getting extra food. This is the one kind of good event that there is. There's no other type of positive event. But I keep getting interrupted here. Guangdun in Liujiang. Okay. So we're going to take this guy, even though he's not great. Okay, so Ding Yuan's army is not liking us as much. Once all this stuff is played out, I'll say what I was going to say before about the negative events. Okay, they're sending even more guys. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, so what I was saying about the negative events, and we can see if we bring it up on the map here where they are. We just go disasters. So we've got Bountiful Harvest here, and then Plague, Shenyang, Wuwei, and Yong'an. And then you'll get this kind of, there's like this cloud of miasma above the city here. And if it's locust, you can see like a swarm circling it. If your city gets hit with these, you can kind of offset them, except the order penalty. What you do is if you're taking damage to your troops from the plague, you literally just send out a transport unit and load it up with all but like 2,000 of your soldiers and sit one square outside of the city, and they're just not affected by the plague. So it's a way for you to not lose those troops. You'll have to keep using your guys to build the order up. And the same goes for locusts as well. All you have to do is send out a transport unit with, 95% of the food in the city and just sit in that one square. If you have to move troops out as well so that the guys in the city don't starve, then that might be the case. But you can kind of just offset those. It's really not a huge penalty if you do it that way. So... And you can see here, like, there's this kind of golden effect going on here because we have the Bountiful Harvest or Plentiful Harvest. All right, so let's clash here. And I don't know if we're actually going to get a crit portrait here or not. Maybe Jian Ye has decent stats. War of 74. I think Jian Qin has that war in the 80s, so let's see. Yep, perfect. That's an altered crit portrait, and it's actually one of the better ones. It looks pretty good. It almost looks like it was included with the game. So, all right. So, almost to the point where I'm gonna be finished outfitting soon. All right. These action points, curse them. I will get to a point where I'll have more than I know what to do with. Alright, so Liu Dai's army was wiped out. Must be by He Jin, who attacked him. He Jin's force is really not very good. Historically, he was very inept, so he doesn't have very good officers. Huang Fusang's pretty good, and Liu Jie is pretty good here. Zhu Hun might be his other really good guy. Yeah, and he's just okay with a lot of 70s and an 80 in charisma. Alright, so just quickly finish this guy off. Clash, maybe we can capture the food. Yep, so we got almost 3,000 food from that, so that's nice. Alright. Outfit. Spears. I think we're going to send Jilin, because I don't think we have any reason to keep him up here. And next turn I'm going to not forget to try and reward people. I might not have to give anyone gold, but... Alright. Quanchang, or Chuanchang. We'll arrange to employ. I don't think we're going to watch this because I think it's going to be a debate. Yeah, this will definitely be a debate. So we will debate him. We're not going to watch the debate, though. Alright, so Zhou Yu being super smart, bested him. Let's see what we got out of him here. So, Chuanshan. Oh, wow. Very, very, very poor. A 2 leadership. It's not often you see that score that low. Alright, so we don't actually have to reward anyone. So before we do anything crazy, let's go ahead and build a mint. Yeah, our food usage is getting low. We're using slightly more food than we're bringing in, so we will have to buy food at some point there. Let's meet him further out on the water. And then I think one more recruitment after that, we should be okay. I want to hit 60,000 plus. Alright, Bouchier. Yeah, we'll take him. Lufan. Perfect. Shipbuilding, naval production time, halved. That is definitely good to have. I find that I don't actually even like to build ships without someone who has the shipbuilding skill. It's far too painstaking. Alright, so it looks like Sima Yi has taken his second city, wiped out Jiangsu. Yeah. Alright, Kanza. Probably another debate. Chuanji. We'll arrange to employ. This is what I was saying before about how the debates, for the amount of time they take, they just happen so often and interrupt the flow of the game. This would have been, 2 5-minute debates for just mundane officers. So that's why I generally skip them for the most part. Alright, let's check out this new guy that we just got here. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so the debate didn't go well for him. So we don't actually know what his real stats are. But no skill is not a good sign. Alright. So make not great work. I guess he's got an A in boats, so that might be a little bit of a problem. We'll send him back out to attack. He's fine for food, because I believe he got the food from the last unit that he took out. Okay, so I think we're okay on troops for now, so we'll just focus on drilling and outfitting, and then hopefully take it across the water, and in one fell swoop, or as quickly as possible, hit these 3 cities. I'm not going to bother developing all of the tiles here before I move my army on to take out Wu and then BG. I'm just going to quickly roll on through there and then develop them after the fact. Otherwise, it's going to take me forever. And if given enough time, I will slow roll this game. I'm not very efficient at going crazy and just rolling over everything without developing. So, all right, so we'll pass the turn. Okay. Really don't like that generic officer portrait. Okay, so what do we got here? We are very low on food. So let's sell. I think we're done outfitting for now, so we can sell, get a decent amount of food. What do we have here? Alright, not a lot of gold. Some food, but not a whole lot. And this port is slowly making gold, but not quickly enough. I wonder if this port is actually affected by the wealth skill, since Wan Ko is attached to Liu Zhang and Ru Shu is attached to Shou Chun. So maybe Lu Su's ability is affecting the gold production here and not so much here. Alright, let's... okay, we don't need to drill there. Alright, what... As much as I hate to do it, I think I'm actually going to build farms, because I'm getting tired of this being really short on food. So, we'll quickly build 3 farms, and like, you don't need many farms to start making a decent amount of food, and as long as it's enough to just supplement with your gold, it should be okay. And then I think we're going to march out some troops this next turn. Okay. So, who do we want? Sun Shangjiang is really good. She is an archer general, so she's going to be getting lots of crits. Let's see, what do we have for anything to go with that would be good. She's also got an S in Navy, which is nice. Why don't we send her out with Juran? And, send her out with Liu Kang. No, because Liu Kang's actually just going to end up commanding that unit, unfortunately. I guess we can send Sun Huan just to fill out the unit.